All right. Welcome back to the Duck Call Room, ladies and gentlemen.
We're here.
We're here. We have a special guest again with us.
Si's voice.
Si's voice is back. For
well, it's a special guest as opposed to last episode.
Yeah,
you're back. You feel good?
Oh, yeah.
That's great news.
Yeah.
And my dashing bride is here to join us. So we're on a wife. So I guess in a week we'll probably have Miss Christine back. We'll just rotate through everybody's wives again.
Allison's never coming back, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Not a fan.
She didn't enjoy it?
Oh.
Well, she was confused.
Oh, I can tell you why.
Yeah.
I was watching her. Okay. She was like a deer in the headlight.
Oh, no.
And I could actually read her mind. She said, she's thinking to herself, I'm here live. Why do these people listen to this stuff?
That was part of it.
Oh, really?
No, and I got the answer for that. The average human being, his life is so miserable, or her life is so miserable. Okay, they're bored out of their skull. Okay, so hey, at least we make them laugh.
No, that could be true.
Hey.
No, I'm serious.
We're not dumb.
Well, no, because
we're funny.
Oh no, I was amazed. Look, I always thought you was. Okay, just being honest about it. And I mean, when I say y'all, all the guys and me, okay, I was shocked they would write in a question, and then I was amazed at some of the answers the guys gave.
Well, we work in sales.
Well, no,
Bible says.
See, I didn't realize. Hey, there is a whole lot of smoke blowers in Duck Commander.
In case you didn't, if you wondered about my ability to sell something,
Yeah.
she reproduced with me.
I know. Well, look.
So
Twice.
When I first met
Well, at the same time. At the same time.
That just meant we really meant it, though. You know?
What did I tell you the first time I met that young lady?
Oh, gosh.
He's a handful.
No, hey, you need to marry that woman.
Put a seatbelt on.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what I told him. I said, you need to marry that woman.
And here we are.
And there you go. Okay, and he took my advice. Okay.
Here we are, still almost 10 years later. So Allison, though,
She didn't know. She's never watched an episode, right? And she only hears about the stuff that I go home and tell her about, which is normally like something cool. I don't tell her about Sasquatch or Black Panthers. Or any of that.
Hey, here's what you got to remember about your lovely lady. She don't do nothing without plans.
Yeah, that was part of the problem too.
She's a planner, and what she saw here was total chaos.
Yeah, she needed an outline.
So then look, so I get home and she goes, "We didn't talk about anything." I said, "That's not true." Black Panthers. She goes, "I only watched one episode that morning." She watched an episode where Si just ranted about who's the man. His name is Jesus. So Allison's like, all right, weird Bible study, I'm in.
Well, no.
And then we only talked about Black Panthers and other stuff for an hour. And she's like, weren't we supposed to tell people about Jesus? I said, we kind of did, but we had to like entertain them first for 45 minutes. She was like,
yeah, but
that was weird.
I have taken that to a new level.
Well, that's the episode she watched.
I'm serious. Okay.
So she thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Well, because
she gave us credit for being something we ain't.
There it is.
But I'm sick of sharing the gospel with people, and then they leave me with this. Well, I just can't see him. I just can't see this guy you just told me about. Yeah.
She had an answer ready for that.
Well, so now, okay, and especially since I watched The Blind in San Quentin, and Phil's famous line for years when he was running with the devil, who's the man? Well, that's when that line come up, I said, y'all remember the line when his friend was asking, hey, who's the man? Let's go. I said, I'm fixing to tell you who the man is.
Bop.
Boom.
Yeah. Hit him with it.
Yeah. And then
hit him with a right and a left.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Oh, no. I both barrels, reloaded both barrels. Just kept reloading in both barrels.
So how quick you think it'd be before she gets back?
Well, I did the math. We're at like a 15-month hiatus of Allison, and we'll probably go another 15 before we see her again. Maybe not.
No, we'll have to get her in here under false pretense.
Well, I think so, because I thoroughly
make her think it's something else.
No, not even something else. We'll have to do the pizza thing.
Oh, yeah. She'll come back
that
to
or get her, and we'll give her an outline for it.
We'll give her.
Yeah.
cook,
Cook.
bake,
Yeah.
mix.
We made you an outline today.
That's right. Here's your outline.
You should see her planner. I don't even know how it operates.
Yeah, I bet it weighs 17
We have a
pounds.
calendar in the living room. I don't even. No, it's in the kitchen.
Oh.
See, I don't even know where it's at. And I'm like, I don't know what's at. Just text me at some point during the day. Let me know what I'm supposed to do that night.
Yeah, let me know where I'm supposed to be. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
all.
in her defense, though, I've also never watched.
I don't.
No,
Or
I don't.
listen.
Yeah, you probably
Hold
shouldn't.
on. Me neither. I'm not watching this.
No.
That comment makes me want to.
We just solved my problem in the military.
You never were there?
Huh? Well,
Oh.
that too. That's why I always was in trouble. They didn't like the improv.
You mean the
They
military
wanted-
doesn't like improv?
No, yeah, they don't like improv.
Weird.
Al's
They
the one
want
who's
you
good
to
at
have
the
a
military.
plan. Okay, I finally figured out why we have so much problem.
Yeah. Well,
You like to wing things.
Well,
I'm a specialist at it.
I've been winging stuff my whole life.
I don't like to wing things, but I am that person, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
got
at,
to.
I don't want to
at
be, but
my
I am.
best.
a schedule is merely a suggestion.
Don't even get one.
That's why I say it's just a suggestion of how things should probably go if all things go well, which never happens.
No.
So, you know.
So why plan?
Yeah.
Just show up.
Only to be let down.
To let me. Hey,
Yeah.
you spent hours on your plan, and then your plan fell apart.
And see, that's what happened to Allison. It's the simple truth of life. Unmet expectations caused her a little grief. She had expectations of us that were up here. She needs to learn by now. Put them down here.
Hey, be reasonable.
Just put them down here on the floor.
Yeah, get them on the level.
And we can beat the floor most days.
Yeah,
That's true.
And then you're happy.
that's it.
Like, you're like, man, that was actually pretty good. She's come in here all fired up on Jesus and said,
Me too.
well, we all are.
But also
she
Black
said,
Panthers.
but she was like, she probably in her mind, like had her verse. She's like, I'm going
Hey,
to
look,
get
Black
this. And then,
Panthers and Jesus go together, baby.
yeah, that's a great question for him. Why? Why couldn't they? Why
What
were
did y'all
they?
talk about?
Everything, just like we're doing today.
That's right.
Weird
everything
stuff.
and nothing
Weird
all
stuff.
at once. Yeah. I mean, it's
With me,
I don't even
my
remember.
house has always
Oh.
been. There's nothing taboo to speak about.
I remember what we talked about
That's
now.
that's why when all the parents would say, "Do you really mind our kids coming over here?" I said, "No, you need to reverse that. You better think about, do you mind your kids coming over here?"
because we good.
I
Yeah.
said, because trust me, if they ask me a question,
Oh boy.
they're gonna get the Jesus
The
version.
truth.
Oh,
That's good at least.
Okay.
I can't wait to send Waylon and Jackson over.
They're going to
Here.
come
Hold
back,
on.
with
Come
a
back
with
lot of new
stories.
information.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Also, just
What?
while we're here, I had a lady call me. She was awesome. And I answered the phone. She was like, "Is this JD?" I was like, "Yes." Her name's Becky. She was in an accident where she hit a tree.
Oh.
Going 50 miles an hour. She said it
Ooh.
really slowed her down. I said, "No,
Oh,
that
stop.
probably made you
Yeah,
stop."
her.
Yeah.
That's a sudden stop.
Becky's awesome. Either way, she's really focusing on Jesus now. But then she got on something, and I don't know what she was talking about, but I kind of had to pretend I did because
Yeah.
I was confused. What have you been preaching that Adam and Eve didn't have belly buttons?
Wait, what?
Thank you. Is that one of your preaches?
That was
Seems
not
like
what I
Adam
was
and Eve
expecting him to say.
That's what Becky was on.
That seems kind of like a odd part of the anatomy to leave out.
No.
I was Becky
belly
was like,
button?
I'd never thought about it till Si said it, and I was like, Becky, I ain't really thought about it till this moment right
Wait
now.
a minute.
Hey, but wait, why would they have belly buttons? Because there's no. Whoa.
See,
Who knows?
so this is what Becky. He's staring into
What
space.
I would like to know is when I've said this.
I don't. Apparently, on this podcast, we've said a lot of things.
No, I've been here for all day. I don't remember none of
I
that.
ain't said nothing about
Hunter,
Adam
got
and Eve
anything?
didn't have belly buttons.
Hunter,
the
what
one that-
episode is this?
You're the one that has to listen to this multiple times before it goes out. So we're just here for the 50 minutes we're here.
Do you remember me saying anything about Adam and Eve not having belly buttons?
I do not remember this conversation.
It may be on unashamed.
Next time she calls you,
She probably will. We're
well,
friends
hey,
now.
Look, hey, Becky,
Becky.
yo, when did he say this?
Actually,
It's not our Becky, right? 'Cause
No,
she has a tendency to run through things at 50 miles an hour too.
No, that was only about 30.
Yeah.
Becky's from West Virginia.
That may be.
Careful.
Easy.
You leave our mountaineer friends out
Hey,
of
look,
this.
I've got a lot of friends in West Virginia, Jack. So ain't no worry
Becky's
about it.
one of them. She's a big fan
well,
of your
I'm
work.
just
Yeah.
saying.
Country roads
Frank
taking me
Chambers
home.
is another one. He that's where he's from, and it was always West Virginia by God.
West by God, Virginia.
That's right.
Anyway, I had to
He
check
was in the
back
army.
in.
He was in the army with me.
Yeah.
Matter of
Interesting.
fact,
It is an interesting thought, though.
No, he was in the army with me, and he was in when we lived in the chicken coop buildings
John Denver.
Okay.
in Kentucky.
Kentucky, but he's from West Virginia.
He's from West Virginia. When we were stationed at what?
In Kentucky, but that's Fort Knox.
Fort.
Where you at Knox?
Where the money's at.
Yeah, where all
You
the
were
money
at
is.
Fort Knox?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I actually got called on the carpet about having races with M60 tanks and
Oh, that's when y'all was drag racing.
yeah,
everything.
M113 personnel carriers. Because we didn't think, hey, all that stuff's got rubber pads, and we used to burn rubber on them, baby, when we was racing. And the general flies out and was looking at all the burnt rubber. Needless to say, I got called on the carpet.
Another one of those improv.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, another one of them improv
Yeah,
things.
improv situation. I said, hey, look, you're working me 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. We needed some relief.
We needed the drag race.
We needed a drag race
I
to
don't
have a little
believe that.
fun.
It makes sense to me.
Y'all
Is that
working
why
on-
you haven't worked since?
Huh?
Because you worked 18 hours a day, 7 days
Hey,
a week?
in the military, I worked, way too much.
Hold on. I
That's why I
got
had to have a nap every day.
At least
Yeah,
one.
you had a nap every day. You worked
24 and a half years in the military, and I imagine I managed to get a nap every day.
and work 126 hours a week.
Well, hey, whatever. They did work me too hard, and they run me too hard.
And so you had to take a nap.
So, hey,
You were napping on the clock, weren't you?
oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
As long as we're down with that.
Hey, I'd never nap
Absolutely.
off the clock.
yeah. Yeah. Why would
On the
you?
clock.
Why
Yeah.
would you nap off the clock?
Why would you
Yeah,
nap
why
for?
would you do
Why would you
that?
nap for free? You got to get paid,
Hey, you
son.
got to get paid, son.
Unbelievable. Well, see, there you go. But this doesn't bother her. She's freewheeling.
Well,
She's-
see, Becky
she's
and
cool.
her friends, apparently they Zoom call and Bible study about what we talk about. So
that's dangerous.
I know.
Oof.
We're guessing, by the way.
Because scholars, we are not. I'd call us all common sense Christians.
That
I was-
verse in the Bible that says leaders will be held more accountable, I'm out on that one. I want regular
Hey, I've
accountability.
done
Yeah.
admitted I am a uneducated country bumpkin.
Yeah. Common
But
sense. Common
God
sense
did do
Christianity.
one thing for me. I've got a lot of common sense.
Bunch of it.
Bunch of it.
All of it.
All of it.
He
And
improvs
look,
it.
I improv it all the time. And look, it's becoming a rare commodity in the human race.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
I'm serious.
Hey, well, Si got something he need to tell you anyway. I don't know if he even remembered this or not, but I know he was curious in it. We shared with Si about your baptism,
Oh.
and he told me to tell you that he loved you, and now,
Dang.
No,
but
look,
now he can say it
I've
yourself.
always loved you anyway. But
Yeah.
now I can love you as my
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, brother.
See?
I love it.
Hey,
Wow, we just had a Kurt Lively
hold on,
moment.
she's-
Yeah, brother.
She hung out with Pentecostals for 3 weeks, and she just sounds like one all of a sudden.
And all
Yeah, brother.
Hey, and this is all agape love, okay?
Yes,
Let me
Agape?
of course.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
crappie.
think
He said crappie, didn't
he
he?
said
No, I said
that there old agape
I didn't
love.
say crappie. We do love fish too, though.
Praise God.
Oh.
I did. It was wonderful.
Didn't invite me and Martin either.
No,
No, sent me home with a kid.
it was very spur of the moment,
Hey,
which is how I
Ah.
wanted it to be.
Well,
though.
it wasn't spur of the moment. It'd been eating at you
Yeah,
for a hot minute.
That is true.
So it was available.
I've been praying about it for a while.
Yeah.
This is the prettiest duck,
Mr. Graceful.
There you go.
the pintail,
Yep,
on this here duck stamp.
yep, Mr. Graceful.
And what do you do with a duck stamp,
You-
Godwin?
You buy the duck stamp, you got to write your name across it, and that's your stamp for permit for waterfowl hunting. But it does all kind of stuff. all kind of stuff. Conservation. That's what they started. You don't even have to be a hunter to buy them.
98% goes back directly to the ducks, to the wetlands, to the public lands, to all the thing. That's right. 98% of the money raised from the sale of duck stamp goes directly to help acquire wetlands and conservation easements for the National Wildlife Refuge.
Pretty
Look,
cool.
It is. How long has it been going on?
1934.
Sure has.
That's how long it's been going on, boy.
Well,
1934 they started.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
And
That's
it's rare.
pretty cool.
It's rare, right? That in the first year or something, it actually works.
I know it.
Well, the duck stamp worked.
Duck Stamp been working a long time,
Yep.
doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and did you
something.
know this? It's actually, you can use it as a ticket to go on
Yeah,
wildlife management area.
that's right. That's right.
One
I
more.
didn't know that.
Photographers.
Bird watchers.
Yeah.
Anybody that
Conservation.
cares about wetlands and
Or-
the birds
Or
and,
the outside.
and
Yeah.
everybody else that uses
Pretty awesome.
wetlands.
The birds and the bees.
Yep,
And
all of
I
it.
like it.
Deer,
the deer, the turkeys, the elk, the
Yep.
bears,
bear.
Oh, yeah.
the moose,
The fish.
That's a
fish,
Elk, the buffalo.
wow.
Eagles.
snakes.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Turtle.
easy.
I'm out.
We don't want
We just named like all the animals.
I know.
I know.
All God's creatures.
but it's cool.
Yeah.
They paint a new one every year. That's what's supposed cool about it. It's cool. It could be collector. You could collect them, all kind of stuff.
Well, where do we get one, guys?
Duck Stamp.
You get it at duckstamp.com.
Baby.
Duckstamp.com. Look,
Very appropriate
help conserve our precious wildlife habitats today. Visit duckstamp.com to learn more and purchase your own duck stamp. Remember, every stamp makes a difference. So visit duckstamp.com today. Right now. Get you one.
What was the thing that got you there?
What do you mean?
We've talked about this.
I say,
Like looking back on your life.
well, not to like.
No, I'm not talking. No.
I can tell you what,
I'm not talking about the
Hey,
family.
will you tell us everything you ever did
No.
wrong, please?
Well, no, no.
She
I don't-
said-
we don't have
We'd
enough
like
time
your
for that.
testimony.
She told me.
My testimony is way too long.
She told me there's no way I would have gotten to this point in my life without God being there. But she didn't know it at the time.
I had no
Looking back,
idea.
I wasn't trying to go therapist here.
No. But on the real, there were so many. I'm not being dramatic when I say that. So many situations that I quite literally probably shouldn't have made it out alive of. So when you look back, you're like, I shouldn't be here. And I shouldn't have been here multiple times. It wasn't just one thing. It was a lot of things happening
If
throughout
crying
my
out
life.
loud, when she was a baby, the apartment building they was in caught on fire.
Very first thing, I'm in a crib. That my
Like-
dad's actually a firefighter. I'm
Yeah.
what got him to want to go do that. But 2 firefighters saved me and my cousin. It was the first night my mom had let me stay the night away from her, and it was to my aunt's house. So it wasn't even like she was leaving it with a family member, and the whole apartment complex caught on fire. Yeah, so many things. And I was like, it just clicked. I was like, oh my.
He's always been there.
He has
Yeah.
always
Oh,
been there. He
oh,
has a purpose for me. And it was just so eye-opening. I can't even explain it other than it just clicked. And then I started praying about it because I had been baptized as a kid, but I did
No,
not know
didn't
Jesus
know what was going
then.
on.
No.
No, that's the same way.
It was definitely out of a fear thing. Like,
No.
yeah. So it was awesome.
There you go.
Your wife actually
There it is.
helped me a lot. She
I was trying to tie it all back
I was
together.
sitting by you that Sunday at church. Can I say something?
go ahead.
I was sitting between Allison and Brittany.
Did you see me want to get up so many times?
I almost pushed you,
I know.
but I didn't know, and I didn't want to be like, "Hey, Brittany,
don't
it's your
know why.
turn." I kick you out your
I
chair.
was sweating bullets. I was like, just do it, Brittany.
But the
just
preacher
do it.
man that day, Pastor Tom Lowe, he was just hammering on baptism. It was really
was.
good. And in my mind, I thought, I don't know Brittany's exact story as it relates to baptism, but I can feel her wanting to jump out of this chair right now.
My whole
Yeah.
body wanted to.
Yeah,
just
And I was
eject
just
out of the
waiting
chair.
for it. And then you did. And I was like, oh, well. we'll get her next time. And then about an hour later, I was at home and Martin's texting me pictures of you soaking wet with Allison standing next to you smiling. I was like,
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it
No, no.
done. Well, the first thing she said, man, I really wish I'd have done it. I said, you still can.
Yeah,
It ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere.
Yeah,
Like-
because I was still walking to, I had a Bible study with Allison and that she was leading, which was really awesome. And this was like towards the end of that Bible study. And he had told me that in the parking lot. I helped him take the boys back to the car before I go to that Bible study. And he was like, you still can. And when he said that, I was like, okay, if something happens and something organically happens in this Bible study that leads to that, let's go. And it did. There was another girl that was struggling with being baptized and kind of going back and forth. And she kind of gave me the courage to just go ahead and do it. And we
Go
went and
for
did
it.
it together, and
Wow.
it was great.
Most people don't realize, he was telling me how the preacher was hammering on baptism. Most people don't realize what's going down. Okay, they don't understand that you're reenacting Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection.
Absolutely.
That's where you come in when you're buried. The old sinful woman's buried, or the old sinful man is buried. You notice I'm doing my hand this way. That water represents a grave. That's why you push them completely under.
Mm-hmm.
They're buried.
Some of them you hold there for a second.
Yeah.
I felt like
Some
I
of
needed
them-
to be held over.
See, there they go. Look.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He's the best.
die.
there's a burial that happens. Okay,
I said
and
you're the
then-
best if you're watching
And
this.
then
He's
when
not.
you come up out of the water, okay, God says it's this way, and I love it. He's the creator. He created all this. When you come up out of that water, when you're reenacting Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection, when you emerge from the water, God says, I have cleaned you up. Jesus speaking. I've cleaned you. My blood has cleansed you, washed you as white as snow. And now, because of that, you are a new creation.
And I felt new.
No.
It was immediate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you've been carrying a buffalo on your shoulder.
Mm.
No, I'm serious.
That's a
Also.
big animal.
That's the way I felt.
She's used to, and she used to toting me around.
a burden.
And now
was
his
lifted
offspring.
off me.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I tell everybody when I go speak at them places, I'm like, for the first time ever, it's the best night of sleep I ever got. Because I didn't care if I woke up or not. Because I knew where I was going was better than where I'm at. No matter how good things are here,
Well,
no
no.
matter how good they are.
No, because that's why
That's
said,
better.
I said, guys, hey, you're looking at it wrong. I said, death is nothing but a change of address for me.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Now,
I
ain't
know-
none of us rushing to do it.
No, I'm
No.
not. I'm not in no hurry.
I don't want to speed up the process per se.
Trying
But-
to slow it down.
I know because people ask me. Me and my mom was like this, and I said, "Well, what are you going to do when she died?" I said, "Well, if you'd asked me that when I was younger, I couldn't give you an answer." I said, "But now I can give you an answer. Here's the good thing: I know where she's at. I know who she's with. I know she's surrounded by love
Mm.
and the good stuff.
Yeah.
The good stuff, folks, is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. You need to read that. It's in Galatians, 3:25, something like that.
Somewhere in there, yeah. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness.
Yeah.
What's the last?
Self-control.
Yeah, self-control.
There's some other ones in there too.
Yeah.
I was singing the song.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you got that, if you know who she's with, she's surrounded by love, and she, everybody, plus she's living a good life.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She wouldn't come back even if you asked her. She's
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm good.
Because we have examples of people saying, hey, Lord, let me go back and tell. He said, no, you're not going back.
Yeah.
I've sent you the prophets. I've sent you my son.
Yeah. There's enough.
It won't do any good. If you
Yeah.
they won't listen to them, hey, they're
Yeah.
hard-headed.
They're
Yeah,
hard-headed.
what else they gonna do?
We're all
Yeah.
hard-headed.
But yeah, so that was
No, it
awesome.
goes past hard-headed. We're stupid.
I
That
said-
was a cool text to get whenever you're putting your kids down for a nap too on a Sunday. Yeah, that's all right. Because Actually, the first person that texted me was Willie, which was bizarre because he wasn't even there.
Yeah, because Sadie had
But
Sadie
news
just walked in.
popped
Yeah,
in.
news travel fast. In
Which
that
was
Robertson
really
family.
weird, though, because the
Well,
second
especially
service
where
had already
baptism
started.
is concerned.
Yeah.
Sadie was late to church. That's not weird.
Oh.
No,
she gets
that's-
that from her mother.
Yeah. And father.
She just so
And
happened to walk in
father
that
and-
door.
Hey, that's a woman's prerogative.
Yeah, that's genetic. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Ain't no big deal.
Ain't no big surprise.
But no, it was.
I was
great.
jump roping when I got your text. I was all sweaty. And I kid you not, I thought, yep, I'm getting the text. Brittany's getting baptized. I've got to go back up to the church and I'm disgusting. And instead it was just, we just cut you and Martin out the deal.
Yeah, sorry.
It's over. We're done.
Well, I couldn't do anything anyway. I had them boys, so
Hey,
Yeah.
it was like,
That's
it was-
awesome.
Yeah, it
Again,
was
I
a-
wish that y'all had been there. I wish the boys had been there. They ain't gonna remember
I'm
it.
glad we weren't.
I am too.
Because the
I'm
decision-
just glad Allison was there.
The
She
decision
had
was
been
bet-
with me on that journey, so
The decision was between you and the good Lord, and that's the only two that mattered in that decision.
yes.
So, I was happy to have gotten the distraction of our children out of the way, which are about to be 2.
2-year-old children.
Yeah, 2-year. We're about to have
whole
2
years.
2-year-olds.
Eesh, sounds aggressive.
Wow, Mama, you ever think we'd ever make it here?
How
No.
time flies.
Ain't it?
Been 2 years.
2. It will be in about 3 weeks. Yeah, but we'll have 2 2-year-olds, little punks.
Who are being 2-year-olds. They are.
Yeah, they've started early on that.
Yeah,
that-
but hey,
that model.
There's no such thing.
enjoy it.
If they start early,
I
does
know.
that
I'm
mean
trying
they
to soak
finish
it all
early?
up.
Oh, no, enjoy it.
Oh,
They'll
you
be
should have heard
leaving
the
home
fight
be-
in
Yeah.
They'll
my
be leaving home before you know it.
Oh, we got I got a video somewhere. I showed it to Stone because he does that jujitsu, all that jujitsu stuff. Well, they were in the crib at school the other day, and they just start wrestling. They don't know nothing about wrestling. But next thing you know, it looks like Waylon's been doing jujitsu his whole life. He gets on Jackson's back and puts his arm around his neck, and Jackson's just like,
But did you see what Jackson how he
Oh, yeah.
reacted? He literally, it looked like he was down and Waylon had him beat, but then he just all of a sudden just stood straight up.
yeah, he stood up with Waylon on
just
his back.
stood straight up with Waylon on his back. Waylon fell off, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
He
Here,
just found out you
Hey,
can't whoop me, kid.
Hey, Burley pulled that move on Stone.
yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, he stood up, and Waylon was in just hanging on for dear life. I was like, oh,
And they're not even 2
boy.
yet, y'all. I'm a little
Oh, they
scared.
keep fighting.
Yeah.
What's crazy is they're so kind to other people,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're
but
angels.
but to their brothers,
People
Yeah,
think
but
I have
no.
good kids, and they're not. People think Lottie is a sweet child, and she's
Well, no, no.
not.
No. Hey, mine. I remember mine would go somewhere, and then they'd come back and they'd say, "You've got the nicest kids." I said, "You got me confused with something."
Yeah.
so they just go feral when they get home.
Hey, I'm serious.
It must be.
nice.
No, I'm serious. They're a terror at the house.
Yes. Amen.
I'm serious. That's
I'm
like
just
mine was.
surviving these days. They're in Mother's Day out twice a week for a few hours, and that's about all I got. Other than
And they're
that,
angels there.
angels.
Everybody talks about how sweet they are. They come
Just
hug people.
Send you
They're
all the
saying
pictures.
hi.
They're all
cheesing,
and
yeah.
then they get home, and immediately somebody's getting punched in the mouth.
destroy,
I
seek
mean,
and destroy.
yeah, they haven't like started to just show enough punching yet, but there's
Oh, it's
some
It's
slaps.
close. Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of grabs.
Oh, it's coming.
There's a lot of stealing each other's stuff too. Like,
Yep. That doesn't
like
change.
I'm gonna take this because I know that you really like it.
Yeah, Jackson's the worst at that.
Really bad.
He'll walk and just intentionally, Waylon will be chilling doing something else. He will walk and go grab one of the toys that he knows is Waylon's favorite.
Oh no.
And he will walk slowly by him, holding it in front of him, making sure that he sees him.
Unreal.
Then
No, no,
Waylon,
no.
Waylon will squeal,
It's
and then
poke
Jackson
the
takes
bear.
off running.
Poke the bear.
That's exactly what they're
And
doing.
He knows exactly.
He knows
where to poke.
exactly
Oh,
what
yeah.
he's doing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're not even 2 yet. So I'm just sitting here thinking to myself,
It just
what am
keeps
I going
going.
to do?
Some of my roughest time with my kids was they would say something back to their mother or do something. And I'd go in there and I said, both of you sit down. You can do anything you want to and get away with it, probably, with Dad. I said, but the next time I see you do that, I'm
Yo,
going to
mama.
hurt you.
So did you? I just got a question. And did you ever do anything like that to Phil? Do you remember? You know, he was
We
older
fought all
brother.
the time. No, it was really them doing it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm the younger brother.
You aren't the punk though,
Huh?
because the youngest in my house is the terrorist.
Well, hey,
Like she's doing stuff on purpose.
my father used to warn my brothers because they'd be picking on me. He said, y'all better leave him alone. Because one of them days you're going to turn your back on him, he's going to beat your brains out with a baseball bat.
Good Lord.
Gosh, that got dark quick.
Instead,
Well,
you
no,
waited
but, hey.
60-something years to get your revenge on all of them. You became an international superstar. With Robinhood Gold, you don't need a silver spoon to eat up the financial favors of the 1%. Robinhood Gold allows others to get the rates and perks usually reserved for the high society. Now, the resourceful individual with Robinhood Gold can earn the very liberal rate of 4.5% APY on uninvested cash, receive unlimited 1% deposit bonuses, and be rewarded with a handsome 3% retirement boost on an IRA account. Robinhood Gold provides the privileges of a high net worth for any net worth. These generous benefits are now available for only $5 a month. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold. Terms apply. For product-specific disclosures, visit robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rate may change. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold, LLC.
It's the old deal about how you can push somebody so far, but once you cross the line with him, you're in dangerous territory, son.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
and I'm one of the hardest people you ever to make me mad at you. You've really got to overdo it.
You just had to have a snake.
Well,
Like this
No,
one right
he,
here.
no, he don't. See, he still loved me. He never got mad at me. He just threatened to shoot me.
no, because Martin, I hate to even say it, but I actually pointed a shotgun at him.
Wait, what?
It wasn't
Yeah.
loaded.
Well, I know, but still, I know better than to point it.
I know.
How have we been together for almost
He doesn't
12 years
like to-
and I
don't like
know
to paint
that.
the man in a negative
He
light.
never tells me anything.
Well,
cool.
no, because I felt bad after I done it. Okay.
This was long. This was before you.
Yeah.
This was pre you. This was
This was back when Si would point guns at
I was
people.
about to say, I feel like
This
that's
was
a
like-
fun story, though.
no. This
That
was
doesn't
like
sound fun.
no.
Well,
This was
no, he
teal
found out
season.
something. Okay.
He don't play. Homie don't play that.
Yo,
That's what
when
I
you
found out.
see him, don't come up to him with a snake in your hand.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's what you did.
It was teal season of like 2009 or 2010. We moved the boat. When we moved the boat, there was a water snake up under the boat.
And I don't.
I don't
care.
like you
And
either right now. To be fair, I'm not going to shoot you.
So Si took
I'm
off
sorry.
high stepping
Yeah, I don't
away
care.
from it. And me, of course, I went right there after. I grabbed him. I said, look, he's not that bad. And I was walking towards him. Of course, he's we're going hunting. But it's dark. It's in the dark.
Yeah.
And I just walking out. He said, "You better stop. You better stop." And then he just kind of slid. I said, "I'm stopping. I am stopping."
He just,
You warned him.
Yeah.
No. Well, no. That's why I'm saying.
I always thought, people are like, "Oh, I'm so scared of this." I thought it was about half made up, But then I actually looked for a second. Actually, the gun didn't have a whole lot to do with it. When I stopped to look at his face and what his face truly said, I said, "Oh no, he's terrified. Like this is not
a put on.
no. This
The
is
real
like,
deal.
This is like
real
years
deal.
of
Yeah.
therapy and some kind of
Yeah.
aggressive therapy
Yeah.
to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Like
big
this
T
is
drama.
yeah. It's a bad deal.
This is
Yeah.
deep inside.
Mm.
Yeah, this is an irrational fear.
Did something happen?
I don't know. It made you think like when he was 2 or 3 or something, Phil like put a snake down his diaper or something. I
Well,
don't know.
no,
Boy, he
'cause,
couldn't have
hey,
because he was naked.
Look,
So,
Willie threw a snake in the shower
I'll
with
tell
Corey.
you this. I remember once. Okay, my sister Judy.
Mm-mm.
Okay, she's the oldest. She was in college at the time, and in her room, she's got double doors with windows. Well, they was always putting pranks on her. Don't fail timing them. So they had caught a grass snake. And Tommy took that grass snake and wrapped it in between his fingers. And if you squeezed it just right, it would turn green and purple and look like he'd. So he come running in. We was always boxing. So they was boxing and Phil ducked and Tommy hit the wall, like yeah, I think I crushed my hand. Judy come in and let me look at it. Well, he stuck it up there, and when she looked at it, he just opened his middle finger and that snake head popped up.
I would die.
Yeah. So then they tied it on her door and all that crap.
That is
that
terrible.
may have been done, but
That may have been what did it.
well, no, but I'm just so
Wait till the boys do that to you.
Absolutely.
Wait till they start.
Wait till they do that to me.
Yeah.
Wait till they do that to me.
That reminds me of my 5th grade teacher, redhead.
And that is where it started. Ladies and gentlemen, therapy with Si. This teacher is where the obsession began.
Yeah.
Take it away, Si.
She was such a cool teacher.
Yeah, I bet. Okay.
She was such a cool teacher.
Uh-huh.
Kids would bring her all kinds of junk.
What was her name?
Yeah, Miss Smith.
Christine Smith?
No,
Oh.
no.
Mhm.
I
But
didn't
anyway,
know
I
if it
can't
was-
remember her first name. But anyway, somebody brought her the garter snake.
Mm-hmm.
The white and green.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of made a little roll up a piece of paper and put it inside it and set it in her desk drawer.
Oh.
Well, first thing she'd do, she'd always get out the roll book out of her drawer. Well, as soon as she opened it up, well, he's crawling around. And she said, "Oh, look here."
Oh.
That
didn't-
someone had brought me a little present. And then she gets up, starts walking around the room with, I said, "Uh-oh, this ain't good." Yeah. So I get up, start going toward the door. And she said, "Si, where are you going?" I said, "Well, you got a snake in your hand. Till you get rid of that, I'm going to go outside." She said, "What?" I said, "No, ain't no wait."
Yeah.
Peace.
I'm out.
I said, "I'm out till you get rid of that stupid snake. I don't like them."
I'm not a fan of them.
And she said, "Well, hey, look, it ain't but another garter snake." I said, "Hey, I don't care what it is. It's a snake. It crawls on its belly, and I don't like it. And I ain't going to stay in here in this room with you with it in your hand because you're fixed to go around showing it to the kids.
Oh, that's funny.
This kid don't want to see it, okay? So I'm gone.
But this kid's out.
Yeah, I'm out of it."
Oh, man. What do you do? What you do one day? You go home and Miss Christine, was at Pet Mart and went rogue on you. There's a corn snake or something for a pet sitting on the counter.
No, she knows.
I don't
I
get
was just
that.
about to say, I think she knows better.
No, I was like,
She knows better.
you'll love it. This was in Alabama. Okay, we're in an old house, okay? And in the bathroom, right when you sit down in front of the commode, there's a loose board that is, you can just pick it up and there's the ground under the house.
Oh, yeah, because it wasn't on slab.
Yeah.
It was
So
off
look,
the
she
ground.
got out of bed, went in there, and she said, "Oh, by the way, you need to go get that rat out of the bathroom." And I said, "Go get what?" She said, "A rat."
Okay.
He said, he come in through that little board.
Mm-hmm.
He just pushed it out of the way. Okay, he's in the bathroom. Well, I go in there, it ain't a rat. It's a full-grown possum.
Oh.
No.
Possum.
No. Yeah,
Did you see what happened?
Yes, with
No,
Corey.
She sits down and uses the restroom watching this stupid possum. And comes back in and says, "Hey, you need to get that rat out."
That's better than Dan the butler. He swore it was a monkey.
Well, no, yeah.
So did my kid's friend Franklin.
Yeah.
So,
My kid's friend Franklin came around the corner and goes, "Mr. John David, there's a monkey. There's a monkey." And I was like, "Huh?" And I got excited.
yeah.
Because I was like,
Obviously.
I'm about to have a pet monkey.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
I'm going to catch this thing as a
This
possum.
is a possum.
No, that was so funny.
Did you see Corey? You on Instagram?
Huh?
Yeah, he spends a lot of time on IG.
No, I don't go there.
Corey had a possum in her house for 3 days.
Wait, it was
Hey,
there
they
for
get
3
in?
days?
Yeah, it had been there for like the
Yeah,
weekend.
these guys, they get in.
Because she saw first signs of it like 3 days prior to that,
Yeah,
but
and then
thought
she saw
thought it was the dog.
Then she saw the footprint and realized, oh no, we have a possum in the house. It was on their dinner plates.
Well,
Yes.
have we?
Like sleeping.
I don't know that I've ever divulged mine and Brittany's possum
No,
story in
we
this
haven't.
podcast.
We also
either.
have a possum story, and it's kind of crazy.
Tell it, Brittany.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's wild here.
Well, he he had a surgery done. You can explain that part.
Yeah,
There's
remember
2 surgeries that
the
we
first
could be referring
the first
to.
one.
Yeah.
When it got that big.
Both same area.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
for those driving down the road, grapefruit, I tell you.
Grapefruit testicle.
Grapefruit
Yes.
is what he's holding up. And when I tell you can confirm, I can confirm.
He literally came out of the shower
All
one
I'm
morning and said,
I
"Does
said,
this look
isn't
normal?"
this isn't the possum story.
Well, he
Oh,
had
boy.
just got that removed, and
Yeah.
I was on my way to work.
Not
I think,
removed.
right?
fixed.
Well, yeah, I mean it is
Drained.
removed.
Let the air out of it.
Yeah,
Well, it's fluid.
deflated.
It sounded
Fluid.
like one of those balloons.
13 ounces of fluid.
Oh,
You can imagine a full.
That's a water bottle, son.
A full soft drink, a
Okay.
full canned soft drink of fluid on my
okay,
left.
that's that one. Now get back to
Okay,
the possum.
the possum.
That's
Well,
a good
it all
stuff.
ties
It
into
ties
this.
in. It does tie in
yeah.
because he is in recovery. This is the very next day after that surgery, and he's wearing these like
I had to wear
Cute
these
little-
surgical underwear that are like these things that like really keep you high and tight. These were some kind of specials. They didn't give me these after the second surgery. The second one's just like, yeah, good luck to you. But
I wore like
on that
4
one,
pair
they
of
gave
underwear.
like I guess they were basically like prescription underwear. So I'm laying on the couch in them, and then she comes in, just flipping her lid. You guys asking, My Pillow delivered.
They always deliver, Martin.
They do.
You
but-
asked that you didn't have to ask. They were going to deliver either way.
But they are bringing everybody the most requested offer ever. You can get the queen size premium My Pillow now for only $19.98.
That's less than an Andrew Jackson.
Whoa, they're made with patented adjustable fill. It adjusts to your exact individual needs regardless of your sleep position, helps keep your neck aligned, and holds its shape all night long so you get the best sleep of your life. Godwin, you just got back from vacation. Are you glad to be back to
Hey,
Yo Pillow, buddy?
And my bed and my pillow wrapped up with everything.
I guarantee you. Boy, ain't nothing like your own stuff when you've been
Sheets.
gone for about a week, huh?
All them sheets. They just cuddled up like my mother's love.
See, look, and then you get home, you know what else you had? You had your 6-piece kitchen or bath towel sets. You can get them for only $25,
Yeah.
and they're towels that actually dry you.
Yeah, number one cause of dry skin.
Or their famous My Pillow bed sheets for as low as $25, and so much more. We're going in the winter, folks. Them floors of your house going to be cold. You're going to need some new slippers. Your dog may need a new bed. You may need one of 7 robes, depending on what day it is, huh, Si?
That's it.
Visit our folks over at My Pillow. Let them save you some money. Christmas right around the corner. Nobody's ever been mad at the stuff they got, so it makes shopping easy. You can do it all in one place. This amazing offer won't last long. Go to mypillow.com/
Duck,
and enter promo code
duck.
or call 800-969-3137 to get huge discounts on all My Pillow products, including the premium queen size My Pillow for only $19.98. That's the lowest price ever. Go to mypillow.com/
Duck,
and enter promo code
duck.
or call 800-969-3137. Don't delay.
Call today.
boys.
Listen, I was on my way to work and we live in a cul-de-sac that goes up a hill. I've never thrown a car in park and escaped from the door so fast. It was like still moving before it actually came to a complete stop because I was driving up and I had something that I needed to put in my glove box. So I'm driving up the hill looking at the
in
road.
a glove box.
It was her pistol.
Actually, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was a gun. So I'm like, that shouldn't be out in the air. So I grabbed it and I'm putting it, and I hear something hiss at me when I go to put my gun in because I'm not looking at it, I'm looking at the road. And I swiped my hand back so fast.
Something hissed at you from the glove box?
And
Yeah.
I opened my glove box, and we have a video of it. I'll have to find it.
we
Yeah.
got- it exists somewhere.
And it was a possum in my glove box. Almost bit me when I put my hand in it. It hissed at me, and it happened so quick.
Now
I
look.
dropped the gun. I fled from the vehicle.
Why didn't you
It was
just
still
shoot it?
moving.
And because it was in the car.
That'd have been so gangster.
And
Yeah, that would have been though.
in fairness,
If the
and-
story ended with, so I shot it going down the road, sorry to the neighbor's mailbox.
no, it's so. Yeah, in fairness, this is a baby possum. Like just
A possum.
No.
nonetheless.
I'm not limiting the fear factor or whatever.
Right, oh,
I'm just
no.
saying this wasn't like a full grown possum in a glove box. This was the
Young one.
appropriate size possum
Young
for
one.
the location it was in. But then she come in there, so I'm still laid up. I ain't even supposed to walk except for to go to the bathroom and back. Like, and she come in there freaking out, and I'm like,
What a disgusting animal.
and I'm like, I'm looking around, I'm like, well, I mean, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Like,
I'm kind of disabled right
and
now.
I want you to
and she
walk
was,
outside and go get the possum.
So there I went, hobbling down the driveway in my medicated underwear, and that's it, buddy.
He had to walk all the way to my car because, mind you, I parked it on the hill. I didn't even drive it back up the driveway. I wasn't going to.
No, it was out there in the middle of the road.
It was out there in the middle of the road.
With the
Roll
door
that
open.
down the hill.
Door open and
With the
everything.
door open. It was out there in the middle of the road with the door open.
Well, it's funny that
So there I go waddling, and then I get up
In
there.
your underwear?
And that's it. Just in my drawers, buddy.
And your neighbor's a preacher.
He is. I'm sure he prayed for us after that. Brother Mixon.
It was a lot.
And I look in there, and my man is just in that glove box.
no.
He was about
Oh
to
yeah,
attack.
hold on, and they got a mouthful of teeth.
Yes.
Actually, they got the most teeth of any mammal in North America.
Oh,
fun
yeah.
fact.
Hashtag
I mean,
fun
a
facts with
mouthful
Martin.
of 'em.
But
Right.
Gosh.
So
I
I
have
Disgusting.
PTSD.
so I
hate
grabbed him.
possums.
So I grabbed him out of there, and just let
With
him.
an umbrella.
No, I had on a glove. I
Well, a
took
glove, and he
with
like
me.
pinned him with an umbrella.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I didn't want him to turn around and bite. I
Yeah.
didn't know if my gloves were
Yeah.
safe or not. So I held him like that and grabbed him behind the head, and then it was all good. But here I am waddling.
They're
I
nasty.
took him over there to the trees, and I said, "All right, little buddy, like,
Get
shoot."
out of here.
Well, then the next night,
He came back.
He done got used to it.
that turd head
It's
ends
like
up on the back patio, knocking everything off. I'm still in recovery mode, except
It felt personal at that
I must
point.
say that after he did that, the rest in peace, possum. I could have no more
That's it.
chances of tomfoolery.
Take
of
him by
you.
the tail
Hey,
right into a tree.
That's a-
I didn't
that's
ask questions.
a
He was just
ugly
gone the
looking
next
thing
day.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, trashy.
But, hey, but to tell about that, when I was stationed at Fort Devens, I had a cyst removed.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've told this on the podcast.
Have you?
Oh yeah, So look, I go into surgery, and all this. I hate to have to remove it, so I leave, and about a week later, I'm walking on post, and I'm on the sidewalk, and I'm going, and here comes a guy in scrubs, coming toward me. And the closer we get, he starts veering off the sidewalk, and his eyes are looking squirrely.
The possums?
No, this guy, he's getting off the sidewalk, and he's even get further. Well, about when we start to pass each other, he just jumped up and says, "That's the guy that bit me."
Hit him.
No. so hey, he's done drawn a crowd. They're all around me, and I said, wait a minute. I've never seen you in my life. He said, "Oh, yes, you have. You bit me 3 days ago."
What?
And look, he shows his arm, and it's full set of teeth rings on his arm.
Well, that proves it wasn't you.
No, yeah. And I said, "Hey, I've never seen you, dude." And he said, "Hey, I'm telling you." He said, "Let me explain." He said, "You see, I'm in scrubs." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm in recovery." And they said, when we brought you out of surgery.
Oh, you went nuts.
No. That when you brought you out of surgery, within 2 hours, we've got to wake you up. And he said, "I couldn't wake you up." He said, "Hey, I done grabbed you by your gown and shook you and couldn't wake you up. So here's what I did." And as soon as he said it, I said, "You screwed up." Because he said, "I gently had you by your shirt and lifted you up and slapped you about twice."
I got it.
Then you went
He
full
said,
possum
and
on
then,
him.
then you did like a cotton mouth. You just,
First reaction, bite.
Oh, yeah. And I said, "You screwed up." I said, "My mama don't even slap me."
It was his fault.
So that's the
I
cause.
said, and I said, "Now."
You should have been started jumping and pointing at him. That's the one that slapped me.
Well, no. And he said, "Well, I hate to wake you up." I said, "Hey, you better find another way.
Get some
dude."
cold water.
Yeah, I said, "You better do something besides slap me." I said, "Because if you slap me."
I don't think he's ever going to have to wake you up again, is the
Well,
good
hey.
news.
Well, Johnny D, we've run through.
Leave us a voicemail.
Yeah, voicemail.
I did get to, I did, someday, I think, have I ever told the story about my My friend from Mobile, Alabama, the Uber driver from West
Yeah.
Virginia,
Oh, yeah.
with the possum head cheese.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I won't tell it then.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
made
no.
hog head cheese with possum.
No, I remember him. Look, and also
gosh.
before we get into emails and all that stuff, look, leave us a rating, a review wherever you listen to your podcast. Help your friends find us, all the things.
5
Whether-
stars.
5 stars, please. But you can be honest. We don't really.
Carter would probably give us 1 star. Did you see his homework the other day?
By the way, throw that up there, please.
Oh my
Si
gosh.
needs to
Si
see
hasn't seen this.
Yeah, there ain't no
We're
way
not
Si-
gonna
That
get
was
to emails.
so funny.
Yeah, no emails today. But Si,
We're going to
this
talk
is-
about Carter getting in trouble at school for using foul language.
This is
Uh-oh.
one of the best.
Uh-oh.
I got
Foul language.
How do you do anything but give the boy an A though?
You know how hard it is to go get onto a child that wrote something like this and
Hey, what would you even say?
not start laughing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
All right, Si, this is Carter's homework. In what way did Andrew Jackson not do right? He broke a treaty and stole land from the Indians. Andrew Jackson sucks! Exclamation point. Trump's better. 1 star. That is my child. 1 star, Andrew Jackson. That's his review of the man on the $20 bill.
All right,
1
one
star.
star.
He literally is his new thing. There's some guy named Ryan Trahan on YouTube that's safe for kids because he's on the Dude Perfect app, which is the only thing my kids watch. Shout out to the Dude Perfect app, by the way, while we're here.
Yeah.
1 star. He reviews everything. Ryan Trahan gives everybody 5 stars. Carter gives everybody 1
Oh.
star. Very negative.
very negative.
But
I-
Andrew Jackson sucks. Trump's better. 1 star.
Yeah, when I got to Andrew Jackson sucks, I started laughing. I had to go back and reread it because I never even made it to Trump sucks.
Trump's better?
Or Trump's better. I mean, Andrew Jackson sucks, and I lost it.
So
I
we had a
was
big
like,
long talk about not writing sucks
Yeah.
on formal document to be given to teachers.
Yeah, it probably ain't best
Hey,
to
here we
compare.
go.
I admire his
probably ain't-
boldness, though.
Probably ain't best to compare presidents 200
Hey,
years
here
apart.
we go.
That's
Okay.
bold right there.
Abusing our youth who is stating what they think.
Hey, freedom of speech ain't lost on that boy.
Well, no. Hey, my daughter had the same problem.
Lord have mercy.
No.
Andrew Jackson stinks. It now says stinks. Which luckily that one wasn't to be turned in. Is what,
Oh, that was practice?
I guess. I don't know what it was. Somebody saw him working on it and asked us about it. And so I said, hey, can you go get me your study guide? And I opened it up. And that's actually the toughest part of parenting is trying not to laugh
Mm.
when something's like, this needs correcting, but also kind of funny.
That one would have taken Dad a minute. This Dad. I'd have.
Oh, I didn't tell you this story. The other day, Carter got in trouble. He didn't do his homework and he's watching Dude Perfect or Trahan or somebody. And I'm like, oh boy. And I hear Allison. Allison done got mad. And I like to, walk in and show support. Like we're on a team. Well, Lottie's got this thing called the copycat, which is a stuffed cat that copies everything you say. So Allison's going, Carter, I told you. And all of a sudden I hear, Carter, I told you. You are not going to skip out on your homework. And it's copying everything. I'm about to walk in the room and I just have to sit down and I'm just giggling on the other side of the wall because she's just ripping this kid. And everything she said is getting copied by a little cat. It was
That's
hilarious.
We got
Hilarious.
one of those too. He's called Waylon.
Yes.
Oh,
He is.
he will repeat
everything.
everything.
Oh, my favorite thing is
Don't get him a copycat. That thing's annoying.
my favorite thing is the other night I was looking for Jackson because he had kind of went MIA in the house. So I just hollered his name. Jackson. Well, buddy, Waylon now gives it his all, hollering for
Jackson!
his brother.
Jackson! Jackson!
And he'll look at him.
And he goes and looks for him, and he's like,
Where are you?
So then last night I threw him for a loop. I hollered Waylon. Well, then he went, Waylon.
And
And then started going,
Pointing at
yeah. Yeah, they are officially a copycat. So, but we're going to wrap it up. Mama's got to go get the kids.
Hey, leave us a voicemail, 318-215-6559. You could be featured on the Duck Call Room. Romans 6:4. We were therefore buried with him through baptism into death, in order that just as Christ was raised from the dead through the glory of the Father, we too may live a new life.
Amen.
Bada boom.
Well, I enjoyed it, dear.
That was fun,
Thanks
Brittany.
for having me on, y'all.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. Right here in the Duck Call Room.
Quack.